We're going to call the October 2nd Board of Education meeting to order. Roll call, please, Leo.
Ann Engelhardt. Sean Hamilton.
Here.
Quentin Harmon.
Here.
Cindy Klein. Here. Steve Rogers.
Here.
Ken Miller.
Here. Anybody want to take odds as to how many times I'm going to call it?
Yeah, that's all right.
Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. We're glad to have a full house. We're glad that you're here. We're glad to see the people who are listening at home also. And I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Spencer.
All right, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Always an exciting time to have this many people of our staff to recognize, both new and some that have been with us for a while. So today is the day that we get a chance to recognize our new staff and see how things are going for them. I hope they have their big speech plan ready to go. No, just kidding, but yes. So no, very excited to have them here. And we'll probably turn it over to our principals. We do have a couple that couldn't make it this week tonight, so they'll probably join us in November. Mrs. Carlson didn't have anybody, so I told her she didn't have to come. So yeah, she's playing busy with other things. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over though to Mrs. Davidson.
Hello, I have 4 new staff. My assistant principal is here. I don't know where she is. So we'll start with Megan Lutz. Megan joined us as an OT at the ECC, but spends her time in other buildings also, so I'll let her introduce herself. Just so you know, ECC, we usually always go first. We start youngest to oldest. Okay.
I'm Megan West. I have been an OT for 16 years now. All of my 16 years have been in pediatrics. I've done early intervention, clinic-based therapy, and school-based therapy. And everyone has been very welcoming, and I look forward to this year working with all of my teams.
I also have Justin Kinder. He is one of our new special education teachers, and he has kindergarten first grade students, 1 second grader, and I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm Justin Kinder. I'm a special ed teacher there at the ECC. I got my start 21 years ago at the Missouri Baptist Children's Home, working with traumatized kids. And then when I met my wife, I started substitute teaching, and they put me in special ed classrooms. And then I started working at the Baby Fold almost 10 years ago. And there I was a teacher's aide. And then I had an opportunity to go back to get my LBS 1. And so I got that just a few years ago. And I'm excited to be here. I don't have to make an hour commute anymore, 5 minutes. And I'm looking forward. I've already seen like student growth in academics and in behavior. So it's been a great start so far. Thank you.
Then I have, she's not new to us, but new to being a certified teacher, Mrs. Lauren Schoonover. She's with us. She's been with us as a parapro, who then did her schooling while working as a parapro and is now one of our kindergarten teachers. So I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Lauren Schoonover. I was a classroom aide with Britt Carson for 8 years. And she taught me everything I know. So I went back to school. I loved the job. I love kindergarten. It's a bit of a change, but I absolutely love
And I have an assistant principal, Mrs. Payne. She was at the ECC and was coming over here. I'm not sure where she is, so I will talk about her. Hopefully maybe she'll show up before the meeting's over. I don't know. Taryn.
All right, we'll let you go over to Taryn then.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for letting us join you tonight. I have one new staff that joined us very late in the game, so we were very happy that she was still available and was happily excited to join us. So I think we'll let Jenny Martino introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Jenny Martino. I'm the new 3rd grade teacher at the ES. I completed my master's program and graduated in May to my student teaching, actually in 3rd grade at the ES with Darcy Porkle.
made a career change. I used to work in accounting and finance for about 15 years and then decided to stay home with my little girl for a few years and then just dabbled into substitute teaching for time. So fell in love with it, made the decision to go to school. Love it so far, couldn't be happier. It's my third grade.
Joan, it's your turn.
Yep. I have 4 new teachers at the middle school, so which way you want me to start? Okay, Becky Himes is a 7th grade ELA teacher and she joins us from Joliet St. Paul's.
Thank you.
St. Jude,
Yeah.
I was just
No,
talking
that's
St.
okay.
Paul's today
That's
because
okay, I totally get it. Hi, I'm Becky Himes, I teach 7th grade ELA at Coal City. I come from St. Jude School in Joliet. So I'm new to the district, but I am not new to education. I've been teaching over 22 years, I think it is. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade English language arts. So thank you for having me here. I love it here in the district so far. So work with some really awesome people. So thank you for the opportunity.
next up our second of our 3rd new ELA teachers is Kat Gray. She started in the district last year as a long-term sub and filled some maternity leaves for us, and we're happy to have Kat on full time.
Hi, I'm Catherine Dre. Like you said, 8th grade ELA. I had 2 maternity sub leaves last year and I ended up at the middle school at the end, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to stay in the district. That kind of helped me get started because I graduated in May of 23. So I'm happy to be here.
And then last but not least of our new ELA teachers, Ms. Brennan Austin.
Hi, I'm Brenna Noxinger. This is my 19th year teaching. I taught in Wilmington for 18 years at the elementary school level for 3rd grade and then also at the middle school with English language arts. I'm teaching 7th grade English language arts here at our middle school, and I'm going to be one of the assistant track coaches at the high school, and I'm also the yearbook sponsor. Thank you for having me.
And then our last new staff member at the middle school is McKenna Wankowski. She teaches 7th and 8th grade math for us.
Hi, I'm McKenna Minkowski. 10 years ago, I was subbing in the district, and that is when I decided that I had a love for teaching. This is my 7th year teaching, and I'm teaching 7th and 8th grade math. I'm from here, born and raised, so being able to come back to this district was kind of a dream, so I'm excited to be here.
And last but not least, Mr. Stafford.
So at the high school, we have a good group of new staff. I'll let them talk about themselves. I know they're super excited to do so. But just as a collective group, we are really fortunate to have such a good group. I've had the opportunity to get in each one of their classrooms. Connecting with kids is always something I think I look for personally, and just the ability to reach out and build that positive relationships, and each of them have done such a fantastic job with that. So again, we're fortunate to have them. I apologize. Alicia Matuziak will start us off. She is coming from Morris, Coal City grad. She is our new business ed teacher.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alicia Matuziak. Currently, I'm teaching Intro to Business, College and Career Exploration, and Personal Finance, which is a JJC dual credit. Next semester, I'll pick up Personal Living and then Business Law. I'm currently teaching or coaching the freshman volleyball team. I'm very grateful to be here again.
Luke Kittle is our new math teacher, teaching geometry and financial algebra.
Hi, everyone. I'm Luke Kittle. I'm teaching geometry and financial algebra, which is a new topic for me. But I'm really liking getting to know the kids, and I'm helping out at the after school assistance program, and I'm really liking it so far. Thank you.
Chris Cook is our new science teacher. He teaches lots of sciences, honors physics, physical science, forensics next semester, right?
And this one.
And this one, what am I, Chem as well. Coming from Crete Monee High School, He is, well, I'll let you.
I'm Chris Cook. This is my 8th year teaching. I spent the last 7 years over at Fremont High School. Taught only physics there. Now I'm teaching, as Mr. Stafford said, pretty much everything except biology, honors physics, chem, physical science, forensics. I'm having an absolute blast here. Really enjoying my time so far.
And our new PE teacher is Brittany Lefevre. Brittany is student teaching experience from Yorkville ISU grad. Also going to do some coaching for us as well.
Yes, hi, I'm Brittany Lefevre. I'm the new PE and health teacher, so I teach health, fitness concepts with the freshmen, and then yoga dynamics with the upperclassmen. I'm a first year teacher, so I'm super excited to get started, kind of living out my dream. And I'm just grateful for this opportunity and being part of this amazing school culture.
And we are missing two. Annie Turnus is our new band director, doing an awesome job so far. You get to meet her next month. And Emily Vandergrift is our new social studies teacher. Same deal. She will be here in November, so you can meet her in person as well. Thank you.
I did not introduce. No, I should.
Do I have to introduce yourself?
You gotta introduce
Well,
yourself.
okay.
Come on.
I thought I slid right by that.
No.
I'm Cam Stone. I'm the new Coastal Middle School principal. This is my 10th year in education. I spent 5 years in the Iroquois West School District. Did a little bit of everything there. Coach, taught business ed, and then was the middle school athletic director and dean. Spent the last 4 years in the Pontiac School District, the elementary district. I spent 2 years as the assistant principal. So got my start during COVID, so it was kind of an ease into admin. And then that second year was fun. It was a great experience. And then the last 2 I've spent as the building principal at Pontiac Junior High. So excited to be back home. Again, excited to, I can echo the commute comment. I go from 40 minutes to 3 blocks. So it's really nice, but excited to be back home and keep this ball
going. Just real quick, I think each principal said how what a great start we've been off to with our new staff. We're excited about them. We have one person retired. We have roughly 13 or 14 people. To get 13 or 14 very good quality people, we're very excited to start off the year very well.
I know a lot of districts are still searching for teachers. We're very fortunate.
Yeah. We're fortunate to have them and have good ones to call them. So thank you guys very much for coming. Do you have anything else for them?
Yeah.
We're gonna let them we do the other one.
Well, we'll go ahead and do the other one and then we'll let them all go.
All right, sounds good. All right, so another opportunity we have is to congratulate and recognize achievements of our staff. We do a lot of recognizing achievements of our students and our staff, the reason the students do so well. So this is a great thing, I think, that we're able to do that. It's an opportunity to congratulate and recognize Mrs. Davidson, the preschool staff, on receiving the Gold Circle of Excellence from the Illinois State Board of Education. This is the highest rating a program can receive, so saying we're very proud of it is an understatement. So I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Davidson, let her talk to you about her staff and what they do.
Sure, thank you. So not every year, sorry, it's a 5-year cycle, but last year we were surprised with an audit from the state of Illinois. Usually we have a very large heads up, but we didn't this time. So it was last minute and we just happened to be in the transition of bringing more teachers on board with having the Preschool for All grant funded classrooms, which are set up very differently than some of our other classrooms, so they can be. So when we received our Gold Circle of quality, I reached out to Mr. Spencer and I'm like, we get this kind of every year. I can't remember a year, maybe we haven't, but for sure in the last 3 years we have, and we just found out that we again received the Gold Circle of Quality on this unexpected year that we didn't anticipate getting audited. So there's a lot of work that goes into the audit, and so I'd like to recognize the team members and then just talk a little bit about what goes into that. So with us tonight, we have Abby Dimitrovich. She's our school psychologist on our preschool diagnostic team. On Mondays, our preschool diagnostic team, that's what they do on Monday, evaluations, screenings, eligibility meetings. That's what our Mondays are at the school. So Abby's part of that team. Cassie Spicer is our speech pathologist on the preschool diagnostic team. Kaylee Waldron is our social worker on the preschool diagnostic team, and Jen Swanson is our occupational therapist on the preschool diagnostic team. So they all screen the children that come to be part of our preschool program. They have to be screened and qualify as either being at risk or needing special education services. So I asked for them to come. Christina Davy is not able to come tonight, but she is our parent educator, also part of the preschool team. She does all the scheduling, paperwork for meeting, setting up meetings, calling parents when students qualify, all sorts of those things. She's a great asset for our team. Now to our teachers, we have 6 preschool teachers, and I'll talk about all of them, but then 3 specifically are preschool grant funded classrooms, sorry. So one of our preschool teachers, Danielle Gugelman, is here. Sam Hill is here as one of our preschool teachers. Haley Villaforte, sorry, we only call her Miss Via. Yeah, she practiced. Yeah, I can't say either. Jackie Mullen, one of our preschool teachers, Britt Harsheim, one of our preschool teachers, and Casey McGrath wasn't able to be here with us. I also invited the parapros that work in those rooms because it's a complete team effort to have these rooms ready. And then when we are audited, the state lady is also looking at what the parapros are doing in the room. So if they also have to be versed on what is needed to happen in those rooms. So Sherry Edke, she's not here, but she's a parapro in Danielle's room. Jen Enders is, I thought she was coming. She's not here, but she is in Sam's room. I lost my spot. Michelle Hill is here. She's a parapro in Miss Via's room. Carol is here. She's in Miss Mullen's room and Jackie's room. And Lauren is now a kindergarten teacher, but last year during the state audit was the parapro in Britt's room. Cassie Colgrove is not here. She's a parapro in Casey's room. Felicia Bohawk, not here. She's a parapro in preschool. And Lauren Prattle was a parapro in preschool last year during this audit. So as a collective team, there's so much work that goes into the audit, but I need to highlight a special highlight to the incredible efforts of Mrs. Harsheim, Mrs. Schoonover, Mrs. Via, Mrs. Hill, Mrs. McGrath, and Mrs. Colgrove. They lead the Preschool for All funded classrooms. Their dedication, expertise, and passion play a pivotal role in earning this honor. They foster an enriching and nurturing environment for our children, ensuring every student has the opportunity to grow, learn, and thrive. I do need to make special mention to Mrs. Harsheim. She's a veteran leader on our preschool team. Many years of experience. She leads the way in assuring that all of the classrooms are prepared for this audit, and also that I'm prepared. I didn't bring it because it's really heavy to carry, a huge binder of things that I have to have prepared for the state and available when she comes. And Britt is working side by side with me to make sure what needs to be in the binder is in the binder, and that her teammates have the information that needs to be in the binder. Lesson plans are done. I appreciate her leadership and value her knowledge tremendously. It's because Britt is a super veteran. We're trying to convince others to learn the role. We might be lost. But I also want to thank Mr. Cripple. He trusts me and my team to do what we need to do at preschool, and he kind of just tells me if we need me, let me know. And we have all of our things. So anyways, it's a significant achievement to high quality education, early childhood education, some important factors that they look at when they're coming to audit our classrooms is that we have highly qualified staff members, developmentally appropriate curriculum. We have to choose certain curriculums that fit those guidelines. High quality classroom environments, effective child assessment, and individualized learning. They look at that in the lesson plans. We have to have family engagement events and education for families, continuous improvement and program evaluation. So it's a 5-year cycle, and each year I have to look at the results and write what's called a continuous improvement plan with goals that this team comes up with, and then we have to describe how we're going to reach those goals, and then at the end of the year turn in what we did and if we did reach those goals, and then address other areas in the audit that we need to maybe support which could be as nitpicky as the size of the chairs and the table. I think they measured the distance from the sidewalk to the buzzer to get in our front office door. Size of the steps on the playground. It's very intense, and I don't think anyone that doesn't go through it would know that or understand. We're also audited on an inclusive and culturally responsive practice and health and safety standards. Earning the gold circle of quality is an indicator that a preschool for all classroom is providing top tier early education. It reflects the dedication of our teachers that are here, our staff that work with preschools, and our families that work together to create a supportive environment where children can thrive, which I feel strongly that we provide at the Early Childhood Center. And it's because of these ladies here on that team. When we start with the earliest learners, I was blessed to be part of an IEP meeting today of one of our littles that started with us at 3, and he is now moving on to kindergarten, probably going to be dismissed after having services, all of the services we could provide. It's just a testament to early childhood and early intervention and how really important that is to children's future and their success in school. And it's because of these people here. So congratulations. And I just really appreciate you letting me have the opportunity to acknowledge the significantly dedicated ladies that these are at the ACC. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
That's a great honor. Thank you all for your hard work that goes along with that. It's amazing how much it takes, but we certainly appreciate all that you do. And we want to again welcome all the new teachers. Glad to have you here, glad to have you on board, and hopefully we'll have a good, successful year.
Yeah, just kind of that to reiterate what Mandy said for a minute is, talk about a true team. We have, 20 ladies here that all worked hard together to make that happen, and to continue to do it over year and year, is awesome. But like Mandy said, I remember when we got the email that, hey, by the way, we're coming. And it throws up some flags like, okay, well, let's make sure we're good to go. And Mandy and her team definitely did that. And there was a lot of work they had to do because they do it every day. So definitely they do deserve one more round of applause.
Yeah, any questions? Any board members have any questions? Well, folks, the good news is you can leave. Bad news is we have to stay if we can leave.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, now let's move along here. Is there any communication from the floor in regard to agenda items or anything in general? I understand that one of you gentlemen would like to address the board. Am I correct with that?
Yes.
Please stand up, say your name, where you're from, and you're gonna have 5 minutes to address the board, any concerns.
My name is David Stover, resident of Grundy County, namely Goose Lake for the last decade. Currently a local 150 member of 25 years, business representative. Obviously you guys have seen the activity out front. This is a blue collar town. This is 60-70% union density. We had a PLA in this town for a decade. It just expired in 2020. We've worked hand in hand with Coast City School Districts, whether we bring our crane simulator in. We have partnered with GAVC, to offer alternatives, career paths for those who don't attend college. There's multiple generations of trades people in this town that pay very good tax dollars. And the school board does a good job with the school you have in place. My 3 kids have gone to school here. But I'd like to see, a PLA be brought back for the fact that we've had some issues. And, I think it's only fair We got people the taxpayers that bear a big burden. That they're represented and supported the way we want to support the community in return, you know. That's all I have to say.
Anybody else? Okay, well, again, thank you for your concerns, and we will certainly take that into consideration. All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay, then.
You guys are also welcome to stick around.
Yeah, if you want to stick around, you can, or whatever you want to do.
Exactly. I know it's an awkward moment there, so you're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, are there any items that the board would like to remove from the consent agenda? Anybody? Okay, then I will entertain a first and second motion to approve the consent agenda, including the minutes and closed session minutes from the regular meeting of September 4th, the August activity funds reports, the August treasurer's report, September's monthly manual checks report, September payrolls, October accounts payable, personnel items, including approval of resignations, employments, extracurricular assignments, advertised donations, and to approve the following billing usage requests as listed. Sean so moves, and Cindy seconds, roll call, please, Leo.
Sean Hamilton.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Quinn Harmon.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes, I thought it was interesting that Travis Johnson must come back as a custodian. Did you see that? He just couldn't stay away.
Right, you know.
Okay, any questions about the administrator's reports? Okay, student services, Luke.
Nothing to add. I did have in my report about the Gold Circle of Excellence, which is awesome. Thank you for taking time to recognize that to me tonight. Other than that, we're off the road. So happy to answer any questions.
Well, thank you to you too. They did a great job. I mean, what a plus that is for the whole district.
Hey, Luke,
Yeah, go ahead.
Not that urgent, but when you do your stand-up, you know, your IEP update, whatever, can you maybe refigure it a little bit, do some of that historical stuff we talked about before? But I mean, just put it in context, you know what I mean? It'll just help us see we know that the IEP numbers are growing, but you know, just build some historical stuff in there and it just helps us, you know, for also for anticipating. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the fact we had the snapshot that, you know, maybe a couple years of history or something like that. Kind of like the enrollment report like that Chris does, you know, it's got like, hey, last year, year before, and then where we're at now. So anyway, that's all. It's nothing super urgent, but that'd be great. Thanks.
Just more paperwork for you.
Right, exactly. Right, make it bigger.
I feel like you guys are way at the other end of the room here.
I know, I'm sorry, Mr. Miller.
Any other questions? Yes. Oh, you want me to just wave? Are you getting your wave down? Yes. Okay. All right. Any questions about the curriculum report? John, anything you want to add to that?
Nothing, unless your questions for me.
And she's way at the other end of the room.
I am.
Any questions about that one? Okay. Mr. Spencer.
Yeah, I have a few things to add with the superintendent's report. Just a reminder that coming up November 22nd through the 24th is the joint annual conference. More information to come on that, but like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Contact Rwanda if there's any specific you have questions about, but let us know. But we plan on being there the 22nd through the 24th. Invitations are starting to come in for different activities, and I'll share that with the board as we get kind of a list of things to do. On September 20th, I just wanted to let the board know, it was a Friday morning. I hosted my first four coffees with the superintendent. LaWanda joined me. She kind of took notes for me as people were there, and if there was anything, she was very helpful with that. I appreciate her being there. We did have 8 parents join me in the conversation. I had a presentation set up for them, kind of went through the slideshow, talked to them with some questions intermingled there, and then opened it up to questions for the parents. I had a few questions. It lasted almost 2 hours, so it's real good. I was real happy with how it went. It's one of those things that I don't know if I'll get if I got 0 people, if I would have got 8 people, or if I would have got 100 people. But to get 8 was really nice. Hopefully the next time it increases a little bit, but overall, like I said, I was very happy with how it went and those attended. A couple of questions that came up, got back to them, and the feedback I received from those people was very positive.
What kind of questions did you have?
That happened to be the week that there were some social media posts that were going around, so centered around that.
Yeah.
So it was a great opportunity for me to get out there, how we handle stuff, and the process that we go through for something like that.
Okay.
That was a lot of majority of them about.
Well, thank you for doing that. I think that's extremely important.
Absolutely.
We need to get out in the community because we rely on them.
Yes.
And that's, you know, that's what it's all about.
It was a great opportunity for them to be able to ask questions, and most of them had younger students, but we had a few with some older students as well, and some kids in both different ones.
Great, okay, good, thank you for doing that.
Absolutely. The next thing I have is, if you remember last board meeting, the board approved two of our students participating in the all-state production. The prom we had, Jason Matchop earned a spot in the musical in the all-state production. Sam Voda is a musician in the pit, and of course Jack Mystic is in charge of the costumes for it. We have a unique opportunity where they go down state to do the musical, and they are asked about possibly stopping in the whole city and their last week of practice, bringing everything down, actually setting up the stage and performing it. So the December 22nd, which is the Sunday before Christmas at 4 p.m. at the at the auditorium, they're going to form the musical. The Prom is what the musical is. Board members will be invited. We'll probably be contacting here soon, you and one other person will be invited. They want to provide tickets for us. Appreciate Annie sharing the information with me and that. But great opportunity to see our students do something and see the all-state production, which I can tell you I've been to 3 of them, I think now. They're always very impressive. And to have two of our kids performing it, as well as our director, Jack, performing the costumes. Very exciting for us to be able to do that. This will just be their pit stop that weekend. Then from there, they'll pack everything up into a semi and it'll sit probably for a little bit, and then they'll drag it down the rest of the way to the performance. And I'm sorry, I can't remember, is this year at U of I?
Yeah.
It is back to U of I. They switched between U of I and that IFU, but it is at the University of Illinois this year. So I'll be contacting the board later, maybe this week even, to see if you like tickets and so how many. Well, we get up to 2, sorry, we get up to 2. But those there, the production company is allowing us to do that, which I think is a great thing.
Absolutely.
So very exciting, it's great and exciting for us to be able to host that. There are a few things going on, possibly going on that weekend. We might have a speech tournament going on, possibly, and there's a wrestling match on Friday night, but everybody's been very flexible and working around that. Once the wrestling is done, we'll start moving stuff in. They will start moving stuff in. And then Saturday, like I said, there may be a speech competition, we're not for sure, but they'll be practicing and they're gonna work together on that. It's great thing again to see our staff absolutely work with others. And we had that same thing happen last week when we had an opportunity for our students and staff that are doing the Harry Potter, the Cursed Child. Wednesday, they were able to go up to Chicago and meet the staff and the production crew. We want to be done up in Chicago. And again, our whether it be our sports people or teachers, our directors, they all see that they work together to make that happen for our kids and do what's best for our kids. I really can commend all of them for their flexibility and understanding of the opportunity that provided for our kids.
Absolutely.
So again, back to that, I'll get a hold of everybody and see if you're able to attend that or not.
Sure.
And then, I'm sorry, I got another thing.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to mention, if you look around the artwork today, this got delivered today, a lot of ribbons. It's from Grundy County Corn Fest. So I thought it was great. Just want to make sure I point that out, how many ribbons that our students earned over the weekend at the Grundy County Corn Fest. So we have the artwork out here. So Mrs. Kenny checked it out earlier. So, but I think it needs to be noted. They change that, and sometimes you know, sometimes you don't. These get changed every month. And I appreciate our teachers coming and doing that. They come in on their planning times to switch it out before or after school. But this was kind of special with it. That's all I have. Definitely with homecoming parade. Sorry. So homecoming day parade is Friday. It is at 2:30 down on Broadway. So come out and join us. I know we have a couple of them are writing in there, and that's great. We'll be there. Weather looks like in the morning it's going to be a little rainy, but the rest of the day looks just really nice. So it's our 4th year having it. So far, 1st year it rained, 2nd year it didn't, 3rd year it rained, 4th year no rain. Fingers crossed. So good. Glad to answer any questions if anybody has anything.
They want us there before 2.
Okay.
And it'll be the same place to tell us. Any questions? Okay, anything on GABC?
No, nothing to report.
Okay, anything on the athletic director's report? Any questions you have on any of that? Fall season is going and it's going pretty well, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
And we did just have our girls golf team, and the girls to qualify for a regional, and they actually won the regional yesterday down at Dwight. Went down to Mr. Brace for about 2 hours just to watch a little bit of it. So they all advance on to the sectional, which I believe is next Monday in El Paso. Today we have the boys, Mr. Briggs gave me a call, we had one of the young gentlemen that did advance on the sections. So, have exciting times. Football team is 4-1, yes, soccer team is doing, having a good season. Volleyball team is having a good season as well, we're excited, we're up and running. And high school, a lot of middle school fall sports, or not a lot of them, they're all done. We actually had girls basketball, that's why there's so many cards out here. Started last week with competition, I believe.
Football season's over half over already.
Yes, it goes by fast.
Crazy how fast it goes. Okay, any communications from the floor in regard to agenda items or anything in general? And hearing none, then let's go to old business. Go ahead, Chris.
All right, just talk again, when we facilities improvement plans continues to be on there. If you've had a chance to run by the high school last couple of days, the softball field, they are putting the final touches on the actual turf. They should be putting in like the pitching circle, the batter's box. They put in the coolers behind home plate. They did that today. They started putting down the turf on the baseball field. They start right in the middle and work their way down, out, I should say. So that's moving along quickly. The softball, I think it took them, I think they started last Thursday or Friday and finished, like I said, finished by now. Middle school bathrooms concession stand, we're waiting for the roof to come in. I would be lying if I said this wasn't a frustrating process with that. It was supposed to be done August 12th. It's still probably gonna be 3 to 4 weeks out as we wait on the roof to come in. The tabletops are supposed to be coming, countertops are supposed to be coming in and installed either today or tomorrow, I believe. I have not checked it since Tuesday, yesterday. But more coming on that, but it will be done. Of course, their seasons are all done, so it'll be there for next season, but it will be done. Most important thing there. So we continue to have meetings on that. Middle school storage facilities moving along. The garage doors are supposed to be installed by week's end. So that's coming along really well. High school storage facility reskinning process is going. They're close to that part, but they're still working to get them inside that. So that'll be a few weeks still as well. I believe the iron workers were finishing up today. So hopefully they'll be done today and we'll move on from there. The furniture the rest of it was delivered last week. We only have, I believe, just one item that we're waiting on a piece on back order from the intermediate school, for the intermediate school. Back to the iron workers, one thing, I just want to let the board know, we have double checked, and Mr. Smith this double checked on this. And that the contractors, as well as subcontractors, if they're not union, they are getting paid prevailing wages. All our documentation is up to par. So I just wanted to make sure that the board was aware of that. We've met all the requirements that we're supposed to there. So we move on to the, or do you have any questions? I'm sorry.
Any questions about facilities? Yeah, go ahead down to the district policies.
District policy, oh, you know what, actually that one you better go to, so it's got approving.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. I will entertain a first and second motion then to approve the revised district policies as presented. Also moves. With seconds, any questions about that? Okay, roll call please, Lamont, or Leader.
Sean Hamilton,
Yes.
Quentin Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Ken Miller.
Yes, go ahead, Chris.
Just quickly, no, that's okay. I threw you off, I'm trying to go. A lot of these were Title IX. Steve and Cindy, appreciate them coming in a couple weeks ago. We went through those. Most of it is just making the our policy up to school code. Changing a little bit of verbiage, but it's putting it up to school code. If you look at number under 2:2.5 Title IX grievance procedures, and for instance there, I said check with legal if they support that. When I went through one of the webinars, they said that they suggested that we do that. I did talk with legal, and they suggest that we go ahead and approve all of those and accept them. So really nothing too earth shattering there. It's just part of that Title IX. There was a big push in Title IX. It's part of that process. Yeah, happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Steve and Cindy, thank you for your time that you spent with that. It's much appreciated, believe me. Okay, now moving on to new business. I will entertain a first and second motion to appoint Clint Harmon as delegate and Sean Hamilton as alternate for the IASP delegate assembly annual conference. So moves and Steve seconds. Any discussion on that? Thank you for volunteering. I appreciate that. Okay, Leah, roll call.
Sean Hamilton.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Quentin Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the donation of $449.99 from the athletic boosters for the district athletics program. When so moves, Sean seconds, and
Just a quick conversation about that. The boosters came to us, their grill was pretty much done. It still works, but it's in pretty bad shape. So she asked about purchasing this as a donation for the district for them to use. When I say she, Rick Young, who is the president of the athletic boosters. I said, yes, go. I did go ahead and have her move forward with it because it was something they needed that night for the first football game. For subsequent. So, but the grill, like I said, we needed repair. It wasn't worth the money to do it. They went up to Ace and worked with Ace on that, and appreciate Ace's flexibility in getting that to them as quickly as they did.
okay, roll call please, Lynn.
Quentin Harmon.
Yes.
Sean Hamilton.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I did a first and second motion to approve the submittal of the library media grant application. When so moves, Cindy seconds, and you want to say?
Just something we do every year. Appreciate our Allison Peterson. She is the high school, but she's in charge of all the libraries and library aides. Something we go through. This is the grant process that she'll be, and then in probably a month or two, we'll get the actual grant and see we get it every time. So it's happy and appreciate her just taking that.
Yeah, please extend our appreciation to her too, if you would.
Absolutely.
Okay, roll call please, Leah.
Quentin Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Sean Hamilton.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I did a first and second motion to accept the anonymous donation in the amount of $15,000 for branding and the district's athletic department. Sean, so moves. Steve seconds, anything you want to mention about that?
No, we just appreciate the explanation that will help purchase some things for branding, continuing that, and things that may be needed by that.
The wording threw me a little bit there, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Roll call please, Leah.
Sean Hamilton.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Quentin Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I'll entertain a first and second motion to accept the donation from the Coal City Soccer Club in the amount of $13,851 as presented. When so moves, and Cindy seconds. Anything you want to mention there?
Just as you remember, the part of the agreement, we had the Whole City Soccer Club came to us previous 2 years ago and asked about a middle school soccer team. They were having trouble filling up teams as well as getting other teams to play. The board agreed to do that as long as for the first 3 years they flipped the bill for that. So it's practice that the board has used in the past. And this is the second year of that. It is actually, it's probably less than half of what it was last year because of the equipment that was needed to get the program going. So this is just what we're paying for the soccer team. And we did have close to 50 students participating in that this year.
Well, I'll tell you, if you drive down my street on Saturday, it's nuts.
Yeah.
You can't park. You can't park there. It's crazy. I was gonna try and park in my driveway, but I don't know money. Go ahead. Roll call, please, Leah.
Quentin Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Sean Hamilton.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Anything for the agenda not known at agenda time, or any communication from the floor regarding agenda items or anything in general? All hearing none, then at 6:43, I will entertain a first and second motion to go into closed session for the purpose of considering information regarding filling a vacant position on the Board of Education. Quinn so moves and Steve seconds. Roll call, please, Leo.
Quentin Harmon.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Sean Hamilton.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Sorry, Leo. I'll slow
That's
down.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate it.